Hey guys, and welcome back to the Girly Girl Bookworm. So today I have a book unhaul video for you. I wasn't feeling like this was going to come, but I've been like staring at my shelves and I every now and then start noticing like, don't want you, don't want you. So I have some books here that I am going to be getting rid of. I have a feeling there's more on my shelves that I'm like, I'm getting itchy, like I might want to pull them off and unhaul them, but I'm giving them a little bit longer. If you watched me earlier this month, I DNF'd 2 books, I don't remember, but there's 2 that I definitely said I probably was going to unhaul, and I am. So I'm going to be getting rid of The Queen of the Night because I'm just not interested in continuing for another over 300 pages of dull boringness. And even though it's gorgeous, I don't want to look at it anymore. So that's going to go back to the library. Well, not back to the library, but it's going to go to the library. And then The Rocks by Peter Nichols. Just big books. If they don't get me in the first 50 pages, I can't. So this is also going to go to the library. And then these were books that I've just kind of been spying on my shelves and going, do I really need those? I've read all of them except 2, so they're definitely books that I've given a chance to. The first book that I'm going to be getting rid of is 7 Ways We Lie by Riley Redgate. I was so excited to finally buy this book last year, and then I really did not like it. So I have been keeping it because it's gorgeous, but every time I look at it, I go, I didn't actually like that book. So I'm not going to keep it. This book has been on my shelf. This is one of the ones that I haven't read for years, and I decided now it's just time to get rid of it. And this is Game Board of the Gods by Rochelle Mead. I just feel like this is not going to be something I would be interested in. It's over 400 pages. Book 2 did come out, but book 3 I read is not being published. That people, like the sales of the second book just wasn't good enough for them to publish her third book. I think she eventually wants to self-publish the third book, but she has to do the paid commitments that she's getting paid for to do first. So who knows when that would come out anyways. So why get hooked to a series that I probably won't get to finish anyways. So that's going to go, which is sad because I like Rochelle Mead, but I have a feeling I'm not going to love this like I thought I was going to. This book I'm getting rid of as well. This is Violent Ends by a whole slew of authors. I remember wanting this book like crazy and being really excited when I finally like got my hands on it. It has to do with a school shooting. And being a teacher, school shootings are terrifying. Especially, like, I'm intrigued by it, but it's also very hard. Like, I know anytime we have a lockdown drill in our school, even if I know it's fake, I will literally start tearing up. Like, I will have tears coming down my face because I just picture what if this was real all the time. It's the scariest thing. And this book I didn't actually like. I felt like it didn't really do it justice. I felt like I don't remember. It was just, I didn't love it. And if I feel like, I'm not going to say, oh, I'm going to avoid every book that ever has to do with school shootings, because that's not true. I've read many books that have to do with school shootings, but it's just very, very hard. And with this time, I don't know, like, I understand the point of this book and everything about it, but just being in that environment and things like that, it's really hard, and I just don't like having this on my shelf anymore, especially when I didn't really like it. I can't do it. They All Fall Down by Roxanne St. Clair. This was another one that I was super duper pumped to get when it first came out. I finally grabbed it. I bought it for full price, and I didn't like this one either. It was about like this list that comes out of like all the hot chicks, and then all of a sudden all the hot chicks start dying, and then it ended up having like this weird twist of like why the killings were happening, and it was not what I was expecting, nor would I ever expect it from it. So it wasn't the type of mystery thrillery thing that I was looking for, so it's gonna go. Even though that was one of the ones I was also having a hard time parting with. These are gorgeous. The Wrath and the Dawn and the Rose and the Dagger by Renee Ahdieh. I really enjoyed the first book. I'm almost debating keeping maybe the first book, but I really struggled through the second book. So every time I see them, I just remember the struggle that I went through with this book. I'm debating almost keeping this because I remember reading it like right when I first moved into my apartment with my husband that we don't live in anymore, but like our first home. So part of me like wants to keep it for sentimental reasons, so I might still pull this one out, but this one definitely has to go. So that was that. This is the other one that I haven't read yet, and that is Tanya French's The Trespasser. This is my very first ever Book of the Month book, I believe. And I got it because it was just like the book that was there, and I didn't realize that this is the fourth book in the series of the, or fifth book of the series on the Dublin murders. I want to say, oh my god, this is like the sixth place, because there's the In the Woods, The Likeness, Faithful Place, Broken Harbor, and The Secret Place. And I never picked up book one, and just knowing that they won't match bothers me. So it's like one of those ones that I'm like, but it's my first Book of the Month book, but I don't know if I'll ever get to it. Like, tell me, if you read this, can I read this without reading any of the others? That might sway me. So let me know about that. If it's good. If it's not good, then it's definitely going. So please, 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 please let me know what I should do. And then the last book is The Nest by Cynthia Dupree Sweeney. I was so excited to finally get this. I forgot where I got it, but I was like so excited. I thought I got it cheap, and someone was like, you know, you could have gotten that for $1, and I was like, you're mean. And it wasn't, it's a family drama, but it wasn't very drama filled. I really didn't like the ending. I felt incomplete at the end, and I just decided it's taking up space, so it's gonna go to the library. So all those books that I'm unhauling, I've been like keeping a whole big pile of unhaulable books in the corner of my library that I'm just going to bring back to my local library where I tend to buy a lot of my used books. I donate them, and that's what I'm going to do with those. So if you have any thoughts about any of those that I should probably save, like I kind of was hemming and hawing about, please let me know. Obviously, if I've already read them and I didn't like them, they're obviously going to go. But let me know your thoughts down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, everybody.